Yesterday, we have seen the introduction of a data structure. We have seen a meaning of a data structure. What is a data structure? It is arrangement of some elements, some numbers, or some raw materials in a specific format. So, data structure can be divided into two parts. We have seen as linear data structure and non-linear data structure. So what is linear data structure and what is non-linear data structure? So linear data structure, we have seen a data arranged with specific manner, that is known as linear data structure. There are four parts. First is array, second is a stack, third is a queue, and fourth is a list, that is also known as linked list. And the data which is not specific manner, they are arranged with not a particular form, that is hierarchical manner, or that is tree manner or graph manner. Example of these non-linear data structure is a tree and graph. Then we have seen that the data structure have been divided into two parts, such as a dynamic data structure and static data structure. A data structure which have specific size, that is a static data structure, and a data structure which have not specific, that is a dynamic. So in static data structure, here memory management size is fixed, memory is fixed. We know in static data structure, we know what is the size of that data structure. We can arrange that fixed size of memory. But in dynamic data structure, there is no fixed size, no any format. So we cannot determine what is exact size of that data structure. Is known as a dynamic data structure. Size is not fixed. So example of this is linked list. Then trees, graph, these are the examples. And static data structure is array, queue, then stack. These are the static data structures. Then we have seen a data structure, logical and physical view. Then data structure is primitive, non-primitive data type. The introduction, then various operations we can form on these data structures, such as a create, insert, delete, display, that is traversal, insert, delete, create, display, traversal, and update, merge, sort. These operations are performed on the data structure. Then we have seen the introductory part of the stack. Stack is a data structure. Stack is a data structure whose one end is open and other end is closed. A data structure whose one end is open and other end is closed. So the data is inserted and deleted through that open end. Data is inserted or deleted through the open end, that is through that only one end, is known as a stack. Stack in these, data is inserted and deleted through that one end. So whenever, suppose in this stack I have inserted first, suppose A, then inserted B, inserted C. So whenever I want to remove this A, whenever I want to remove this A, so inserted first, that is first in and remove last, that is last out. Inserted first and removed last, that is last out. It is known as FILO. FILO, first in last out. The static data structure is also known as first in last out, otherwise another name is last in. Here C is inserted last in but removed first, that is last in first out, that is LIFO. Static, that is stack, is a data structure. Stack is static data type data structure, and which is LIFO, that is last in first out or first in last out. Initially, suppose a stack is empty. Initially, suppose a stack is empty and array size is suppose of 5. This is a stack and array size is suppose 5. So this array starts from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So maximum last element is at 4 because array starts from 0. So initially stack is empty, then stack pointer, that is a top of the stack, that is a toss. Top of the stack, that is a toss. Whenever stack is empty, it indicates that toss is equal to -1. So while displaying data operation or deleting operation, you should have to confirm that whether stack is empty or not. If it is empty, then you cannot delete the elements from the stack, that is stack is underflow, or you cannot display the elements from that stack. Whenever the elements are inserted, suppose here element A is inserted, then stack, that is a toss, top of that stack is incremented by 1. So -1 plus 1, so toss indicates at 0. This toss indicates at 0. This is toss at 0. Whenever again new element B is inserted, then toss is incremented by 1 and toss goes to the at first position. Whenever again new element is inserted, suppose C is inserted, again toss is incremented by 1. Whenever suppose C is decremented, then toss is decremented by 1. When C is deleted from this stack, then toss is decremented by 1. Go to the previous point and so on. So for insertion, you should have to confirm whether stack is full or not. Suppose this stack is full. See here, suppose you have inserted the elements as suppose D and E here, and you want to insert new element F. So you should have to confirm whether stack is full or not. Here toss indicates a toss is equal to at 4. So you should have to confirm if toss is equal to max minus 1. What is max? Max is a size of this stack. And if this is a true, then stack is overflow. Stack is overflow, and you cannot insert new element in the stack. Okay. So next, operations of the stack. There are two types of operations on stack. First is push, and second is pop. What is push operation? What is pop operation? Push operation, meaning of this push operation is insertion of elements, and pop operation is deletion of the elements. So meaning of these two words is mentioned in stdio.h file. So you can directly use these two words while doing these stack programs. So what is push operation? What is the algorithm for push operation? So algorithm for push operation, first algorithm for push operation, first step is start. Second step, suppose this is your stack, you should have to insert elements, and suppose A, B, C and D, you want to insert next element E, and which is not possible. So you should have to check stack is, that is top at top means toss top of this stack. Check the toss is at max minus 1 position. That is, you can write toss is equal to max minus 1, uh, max minus 1. If it is true, there are two conditions: if yes, if no. If yes, if no. If yes, go to step 3. If no, go to step 4. What is step 3? Stack is overflow. Stack is overflow. Stack is overflow. Cannot insert in the stack. Cannot insert element. and go to step 5. Then what is the step 4? If yes, no, if yes, then you have answered as a stack is overflow, cannot insert element and go to step 5. But if no, stack is there is no element, there is a space. Suppose you want to insert element E in this stack and there is space. Suppose there are two space, we can insert two elements in this stack. So write increment insert element, insert element, and increment top by 1, increment toss by 1, toss by 1, and go to step 5. And what is fifth step? Fifth step is stop. So before inserting, you should have to confirm whether a stack is full or not. If it is full, then you cannot insert, that is a stack is overflow, and go to stop. If it is not overflow, there is some space is remaining, then increment toss by 1 and insert new element and then go to the stop. Then next operation is a pop operation. For pop operation, suppose this is a stack and I want to delete elements from this stack, that is here toss is equal to -1, that is there is no element in this stack, there is no element in this stack and I want to delete the elements from this stack, that is pop operation. So for pop operation there are steps: start, second check toss is equal to -1. Then there are two steps: if s, then go to step 3. If no, then go to step 4. So what is step 3? Toss is equal to -1, that is print stack is underflow, stack is underflow, cannot delete element from stack, and go to step 5. Then step 4, that is if no, if there are some elements here, suppose there are two elements and toss is here, then delete element from the stack, delete element from stack, and decrement and decrement toss by 1 and go to step 5. What is a step 5? Step 5 is stop. See this algorithm. Whenever you should have to delete elements from the stack, you should have to check whether stack is empty. Then what is the condition for checking stack is empty? That is a toss is equal to minus 1. If toss is equal to minus 1, then stack is underflow. You cannot delete element from the stack and stop. If toss is not equal to minus 1, then delete element from the stack and decrement toss by 1 and then stop. Okay. Then similarly, next operation is display. Next operation is display. For displaying, that is traversing, display or traverse, displaying the elements. So for displaying, same condition. Suppose this is a stack. Here initially stack is empty, that is toss is equal to minus 1. So for displaying elements, first a step is a start. Second step, you should have to check toss is equal to minus 1. Toss is equal to minus 1. Then there are two conditions. If yes, go to step 3. If no, go to step 4. What is a step 3? If stack toss is equal to minus 1, then toss is equal to minus 1, so stack is underflow. Stack is underflow. You cannot delete elements. And go to step 5. Then what is step 4? Suppose there are two elements, element A, B, and toss is equal to 1. So display the element, that is last in first out manner. Display element with LIFO manner. Display element with LIFO manner and decrementing, and go to step 5. So and what is step 5 is stop. So this is the display operation. For display operation, you should have to confirm whether stack is empty or not. Whether stack empty, then check toss is equal to minus 1 and write toss is equal to -1, then stack is underflow. You cannot delete elements and go to stop. If toss is equal not equal to -1, then that is it indicates that there is some elements in this stack. So display that elements in LIFO manner, that is last in first out manner, and stop. This is a display. So
Hello, sir.
huh,
Sir,
hello.
some students are unable to join meeting.
Okay, wait. So for any data structure, you should have to create first. So basic operation for data structure is first is create, then second insert, third in- insert, then delete, fourth display. These are four basic operations you should have to perform for any data structure: create, insert, delete, and display. Then new operations, maybe modify, fifth operation sort, sixth operation merge. These are the optional operations, but these first four are basic operations. For any data structure, you should have these four basic operations, and these are two the optional operations. Okay, so we'll see a first program, a stack using array. Your first program is stack using array. So before is writing the operation push, pop, display, or insert, delete, display operation, you should have to create first a stack. You should have to declare size of that stack. So first create operation we will do, that is here you should have to declare hash include. You should have to declare a stack. So the basic files for writing a program, that is hash include stdio.h, that conio.h, then stdlib.h, standard library.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
After dropping roll
Hello.
number in group, still students are unable to join.
Hi friends, this Google Meet have given limit of 100. Already 96 to 98 students have joined, and that's why I am unable to join. They are unable to join this meet because Google have given limit of 100.
Okay, that means other students will not able to join and they will lose their
Okay.
academics.
No, no, wait. Don't go to the conclusion. We are going to find the some another method or another technique. I am regret to say. I am regret to
Sir,
say Google. Hello.
sir, there is
Huh?
another method by using which other teachers are conducting lecture. You can
Okay.
ask them.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay.
can
No
opening
problem.
two tabs and two meets and can sharing two different links, that problem can be solved.
Okay. Okay. I will do a technique from these techniques from next lecture.
That means you are going to repeat these two lectures once again.
Yeah.
Am I right, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Then you should have to declare top, that is integer toss or top. You should have to declare a pointer, that is suppose you have declared a top is equal to -1. This is global declaration. Then you should have to declare size of this stack, integer stack, and size is declared here. Suppose initially declared size is 5, which is fixed, or you should have to take from user, enter size of array. Then you should have to declare the functions, that is push, pop, that is void push, void pop, then void display, then void main. We are writing here main function body. So open this main function, then int character, then printf slash n one dot push slash n two dot pop slash n slash n three dot display slash n four dot exit double complete, then printf enter your choice slash n enter your choice, then scanf slash percentage d and ch, then switch ch. Why here we are using switch statement? Suppose this is your output. In this output you will get like this: one dot push, two dot pop, three dot display, four dot exit. So and you will get enter your choice. Suppose you have inserted a first operation is 3, that is display. So go to the display function and execute that display function whatever the return conditions. Suppose you have entered second, that is pop operation, then go to the pop operation and execute this pop operation whatever the return conditions. Suppose you have entered a choice 1, then execute this push operation and return whatever the conditions in this push operation. And otherwise you want to exit, go to the exit. That's why here switch case statement is used. So in switch, your first case is case 1, push operation, then break. Why here break statement is used? You have studied in advanced C concepts. Then case 2, pop, then break. Then case 3, display, then break. Mhm. Then case 4, case 4, exit, then break, then default. Suppose someone has entered other than these four options, then default printf, enter correct choice slash n, enter correct choice, then break, then completion of switch case statement, then completion of main function. Okay, then we are going to write operations of push function, operations of pop function, operations of display functions. Okay, these operations, different operations, and the program for a stack using array, we are we will study in next lecture. Okay, so before that, if you have any query regarding this, please ask. Otherwise, write your roll number and leave the session.